On today's episode, we are going to give you what you have all been waiting for, the final reveal of the house that we completely furnished with all free and thrifted items. You are going to love this. So, as you open the front door, you are greeted with this long, narrow living room, which is such an interesting shape to furnish. This is like the entry area, I would think. And then I would think that the couch and everything would go over here, and then over here could be like an office or play space. I'm not really sure. The way that the plugs are makes it kind of difficult. You can't put a TV here because there's no plugs. So, I'm thinking we're going to put the TV along this wall right here, but then it's centered on the hallway. So I'm going to have to get creative with where the couches are going to go and just play around with it a little bit, but maybe put a bookshelf in here and like the little play area right here. I'm not sure, but the kitchen area is nice and big. I love it. It looks great. And over here on the dining area, it's so much bigger than I could have even dreamed of for getting to decorate for her. And it definitely needs to be cleaned. I have a free hutch that is coming that is going to go on that big wall. And then the pantry is going to have some organizers in there, and then the table's going to go in the middle. I need to find some curtains for this window for some privacy, and then I think I might do a kitchen island in here if I can find one. But first, let's put this little table that I got from my booth that I created a little while ago. I don't have the tutorial of how I did this, but I will show you how I did it on another piece later on in the video. But the next piece we're going to put in the house is this gigantic dining room hutch that we got for free, and it was in perfect condition. We got it from some people that had got it from cleaning houses. Some of the times that they clean houses, the owners of the houses give them free furniture, and so they paid it forward and gifted it to us because we had been reaching out to people on Facebook that were giving away free furniture. And that's where they had this posted, and it had been sitting there for over a week. I could not believe somebody else didn't snatch this up. I would have to guess that it was about $3,000 brand new. That's just a guess, but I'm pretty sure because it was a basset piece. It even had extra handles in there. I don't know of any other furnitures that come with extra handles like that. It was really heavy. I needed a little help from my daughter to put it up there, but we cleaned it up really nice, and then I'm going to go later on to some thrift stores to furnish this whole thing with some nice decor. We also did a ton of cleaning in this rental house. They had said that it was already cleaned. The landlord said that somebody had cleaned it already, but that was not very true. So we went in and cleaned it all spick and span, spotless, and totally disinfected. I'm not going to show you all of the cleaning because really what we're here for is the furnishing part. But I did get these baskets from the dollar store, and I used that to kind of organize her pantry. Then I went to Goodwill and picked up some decor for her place. We went with a red and black theme for her decor because those were her favorite colors that she wanted wanted to decorate with. And I found quite a few things on my first try going to the thrift store. I absolutely love this lamp. So many of you love this lamp as well. It's like modern and cool, and we also got the lampshade for it here. Sometimes you get really good lampshades at Goodwill, and other times they have just a bunch of broken ones, but today was our lucky day. I also picked up some of these little mirrors. I think this would be great to go over that table by the front door, that little entryway table. And then I found this sign that I think would look really good inside the hutch. One of the issues with the rental house was that all the blinds were kind of broken and people could see into the house, or they were missing blinds. So I reached out on Facebook to my community and asked anybody if they had any curtains they wanted to get rid of. Well, a ton of people really hooked us up and gave us a bunch of curtains, and we were able to put curtains on all the windows. Some of them had some stains on there though, so we just made sure to use some stain remover, and they thankfully mostly came off. There's like barely a hint of pink on there still. But they also came with matching pillows, which was really neat. So we just washed these up really good, and then we took them over to the house to hang them up. While everything's washing, let's get going on some of the furniture projects. So the dining set that we're going to use for her house was actually a dining set that my husband and I got for free on the side of the road a long time ago. We had actually wanted to fix this up to use it for our house, but we decided to go with a different style. So then we just had this sitting here waiting for some kind of project, and this turned out to be the perfect time to use it. It was really dirty, so my husband did most of the cleaning up on this project as well as the painting on this. And then we are going to do it in a black and red theme, kind of like what we did with the decor, but in a dining table version of that color scheme. So we painted the bottom part of it in a semi-gloss black paint. We used Rust-Oleum enamel paints, and it dries really quick, and it's super durable, and you don't have to sand, which makes this a perfect project for literally anybody who needs to do like a fast change in your decor, or you want to thrift something and you're not an expert DIYer. This is the best way ever to fix up your stuff with new paint. Enamel paints are the best. And I just went over the top with a sandpaper by hand and sanded the top smooth and kind of got rid of any little marks that were on there. And then I'm going to go over it with some gel stain. Gel stain is another great product for those of you who are not DIY experts. It really just goes over everything. As long as what you're staining is a wood color, you can go right over it with a gel stain. I do recommend going over the gel stain with a clear coat, so you'll see me use a clear coat on here as well. My sister-in-law had already had this bench in her house previously and moved it with her to her new house, and I decided to actually fix this up and make it go with the dining set that we are doing. I figured, why not? It just needed to be tightened up, and then my husband took the base off and painted that the same exact black as the dining table base. And then I was inside recovering it with this faux leather that I got for 20 bucks at Hobby Lobby, and it was enough to do like 6 chairs and this bench as well, and I still had about a yard left over. So it's a really great product and a really good bang for your buck, and I think that using this faux leather on dining sets is perfect because then you can just wipe it down. The dining chairs all got the same semi-gloss black color that we're going with on a lot of things that we're using in my sister-in-law's house. This is a really great way to make a bunch of mix-match things look like they are a cohesive set. I do this quite a lot in my decor, and I think that it always turns out so beautiful, and it looks really like purposeful, like that is meant to be together, and it doesn't look like you just put a bunch of random things together like we actually are doing. This cute little picture frame that we got from Goodwill with that tomato picture inside is a perfect example of how we can make things look cohesive with that same paint as well. So we're just going to paint the frame of it in that same black color, and now it's all going to look like it was meant to be together. We also ended up getting a ton of bedroom furniture for her oldest child, so you'll see us put that in the house later on. But let's head over there now and start hanging up the picture that we painted, getting the curtains up, and bringing all the furniture in that we have finished so far. The set of 6 chairs ended up being a little bit too big for this table, so we used some of her old chairs that she had and then used the bench as well so that they could all fit comfortably around this petite sized table. I still think that it looks absolutely gorgeous, and it was such a budget friendly thing that we were able to accomplish with free and thrifted items on a super small budget. Now I'm going to go back home and find some items from my garage to keep decorating. I feel like we need something for the center of the dining table, and we need to decorate inside that china hutch and just like add more character and make the house a little more homey so it's not just like a bunch of furniture and no real decor. So I found these baskets that I've had in my garage for a long time that I got from the Goodwill bins, as well as these flowers that I've also just had in my garage that I got from the Goodwill bins for like I don't even know how long ago. But I sprayed these off and cleaned them nice, and then once they were dry, brought them inside. And I'm going to actually make a 2-tiered stand out of this with this clearance candle holder that I got from Hobby Lobby for $4.59. I'm just going to use some E6000 glue to attach them together, followed by some hot glue to stabilize it until that E6000 is dry. And if you're wondering, yes, this did turn out very sturdy. You'll see later in the video that it is strong enough to even hold tons of fruits and vegetables in there. So this is definitely a DIY I will be repeating, and I might have to make one for myself because it looks super cute. Now it's time to decorate inside the dining hutch. These are all thrifted items, some from the Goodwill bins and some from regular Goodwill. I also actually found some plates to kind of go with those white plates at Hobby Lobby, and the reason I got them at Hobby Lobby is because I knew they had them really cheap there, and Goodwill sometimes is like the same price as buying new at Hobby Lobby. So I got these for $1.99 each at Hobby Lobby, and I thought that they would match really well. I also found these plates for $1.99. You see what I mean? Like used plates for $1.99, brand new ones for $1.99. And then I also found these roses for $3.99. And then I had some stuff already at home from I don't even know where. I had this hook set, and then I had this cute little cake stand. The cake stand is actually a great color, but it had some nail polish on there on the top, like in a purple color. So I had to repaint them. And again, we're going to use the same paint for a lot of the decor because it makes it look cohesive, and it also helps us save money because we're not having to buy a bunch of different types of paint. last minute I decided to grab this vase that I had thrifted. I was originally going to sell it in my booth, but I think it would look really good and kind of balance out both sides of the hutch since the other side had those roses. Now it's time to furnish one of the kids' bedrooms. So this is her oldest child, and she didn't have a whole lot of furniture, and the bed that she had before had a headboard, but it was broken. So I found this one for free on Facebook, and when we went to get it, they ended up giving us a ton of free furniture with it. So like matching furniture for this whole set. My husband cleaned it really good and disinfected it, and then we put it together, and you'll see the other furniture that we get to bring into her room as well. It really all went together so well. It was definitely fate. For the curtains in this bedroom, we got some curtain rods from Walmart, and we actually used the same curtain rods everywhere in the house. They were only $10, and they were really large, substantial, great looking, like high-end looking curtain rods. So if you're in the market for some curtain rods, Walmart has some really cheap ones, so I was surprised by that. But look at how great all of those pieces came together. She loves colorful stuff. She's really into doing art and music, and she has a really unique style that I think is perfect for who she is as a person. And I wanted to make sure that what we got her was going to work with what her style is. You guys know I like to try and customize it to what everybody likes. And I know that she's going to definitely enjoy having these things in here to help not only organize her room, but I feel like it just kind of cozies up the place and allows her to have a place to put all her things, and that way anytime she needs something, she knows where it is or whatever it may be. I think it looks really good, and I love how she put her own style into it once we got all the furniture in there. Another item we got from that free furniture haul was this white side table. We're going to be painting this in, yes, you guessed it, that same black color, and this is actually going to be going in the living room. Once that table was done, we headed back to the house again to drop off more stuff. I feel like we need to put a desk over here or something under that, and then maybe I can put a play area over here. We did end up buying a little ottoman, like a storage ottoman off of Amazon. I don't remember how much it was. I think it was like $39. Thankfully, she did already have a couch set for her living room, so we didn't have to find that. But we're trying to match everything in here and make it all go well together. I also picked up this rug from the Goodwill bins the other day, and I actually took her with me and her cousin with me, and we all kind of like shopped and looked for cool stuff. But it wasn't really a day where they had a lot of stuff. But I took it home, washed it. We're going to bring it back and lay it out here in this little play area. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to keep this a play area or not, but for now, it's going to be a little play area for her youngest. And this rug was like perfect. There was no stains or anything, but I think we should add a little desk over here. But let's put this little side table here for now. I think it's also a good table for this beautiful lamp that we found with the lampshade, and later on we will hang up that picture there. But man, my daughter has had enough. She was so tired at the end of this day. I had to carry her around for everything else that we did for this day. And then my husband built that little storage ottoman, and this is going to be really great for storing her toddler's toys. She has a toddler the same age as my toddler, which is great because they play together all the time. We also put up some curtains in here since that was one of the blinds that was broken. These were some of the curtains that were given to us for free, and they were really good quality curtains. I'm telling you, we were so lucky with how many people were so giving and helpful throughout this whole project. I did end up buying some sheer curtains that were brown to match, that go on the opposite side of this room. So this is like on the front of the house, and those other ones were on the back of the house. But the front window doesn't have a lot of sunlight coming in, so I thought putting sheer curtains there would be a little bit better. And then in the entryway area, we're just hanging up these mirrors here, and then my husband also hung up some of the stuff that she had already had, her own decor. And then we're also going to hang up those hooks on the wall that we had painted black, and I think this would be great for the kids to hang their backpacks on. Some other cool stuff that I thrifted was this huge topiary, and it was only $14.99, which I thought was a good price, but it was really dusty and kind of icky, so I did hose that off and clean it really good before we took it over to her house. But this is going to go outside by her front door. I think this would be a great thing to see when you come home, just like a little bit of greenery there. I also grabbed this lamp from my garage stash. I bought this from somebody locally, and I had it just waiting because I liked it. But I saw that they had that black lampshade, and I thought it would go really well. I also saw that I had this red lamp that I had bought from Goodwill a while ago for $9.99, and so I'm going to be bringing that as well. I found something on Facebook Marketplace on my way home from all the thrift stores today. It is a big old coat rack, and it's good heavy metal. And I think this would be great for their entryway. Ugh. Man, it's heavy. So that was $20, which I think is definitely fair. And all I gotta do is clean it, and it should be good. Earlier in the video, I mentioned that we were going to be doing a TV stand in that same sort of finish as the entryway table. Well, this is that piece. So we got this for free, actually, from one of my amazing viewers. She donated this to us a while ago, and I thought that it would be the great piece that I needed for this project to give her a nice big TV stand. Her two boys really love playing video games, and I think this would have been the perfect entertainment center for them. And so my husband made my ideas come to life in my head and helped build this into a really awesome entertainment center. We used the same black paint again because remember, this is all one cohesive project. It's more budget friendly this way, and it makes everything look like it's meant to go together. We even did all the hardware in that same black, except for the feet that we put on here. I got these from Hobby Lobby for $7.50 a piece, and we added those on here, and I left them in the cast iron look because I thought that looked really neat, and it was going to kind of tie in the brown that I'm going to be putting in on the top. So for the top, this is how I achieved that wood grain look that was on the entryway table. I took a brown paint and a wood graining tool that I got off Amazon, which I have linked in the description box below in my Amazon store, but I just lathered on some paint on there and took that wood graining tool and rocked it back and forth to create a wood grain stripe over and over and over again until the whole top was completed. If you have a piece of furniture that has a really messed up top and you don't know what to do with it, or if it's fake wood and it's swole up and it looks weird or whatever and you can't fix it, or you just don't have the tools to refinish something you have, this is the DIY for you. You can go straight over whatever you have and create this really cool look in any color combination that you want. And it looks fantastic. It even has the texture of a wood grain when you're done with it. And make sure that you do seal it though. So I sealed mine with some clear gloss polyacrylic. This is a water-based poly. The poly that I used on the dining table was not the same one. The one I used on the dining table was oil-based, and so this one's a little bit different. But if you are somebody who doesn't do well with really strong fumes, water-based is the way to go, and look at that shine that it creates.
Come a little closer, I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower, I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in
Now that that's done, it's time to take another load of 2 vehicles full of stuff over to her house again. So we have this bookshelf, which was my grandmother's. It's a little bit beat up, but I think that it's going to look good anyway. And then we have the TV stand, and we also have that coat rack, and we're going to take it over there and start putting everything into the living room to make this living room finally finished. And you guys are going to get to see some stuff you haven't seen yet now in this part of the video, and I'll give you the final reveal coming up so soon. So please stay tuned and watch till the very end. On this trip, we also brought this cute vase that I thrifted for $2.99. It's Southern Living Home, which is great quality stuff. And then I also used this really cute picture frame that I had gotten from the Goodwill bins a while back ago. I know that she'll have a picture in that thing in no time. She loves family pictures, and so I think that she's really going to enjoy the frame. And that's why I didn't put anything inside it, because I want her to be able to put her family pictures inside it. We are almost done now. I just have to do the finishing touch, which is to add this cute little topiary to the outside of the house. And then it's time to walk in and give you the final reveal. If you have been enjoying this series so far, please let me know in the comments down below. And if you like what you saw today, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But let's go see the final reveal. What do you think? I feel like this house is definitely a home now.
We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love. A few years later I have started thinking, if it's just love in every glass I'm drinking, we're like one and without you I'm sinking. I'm always shining next to you. Oh, I got you, there's no reason to chasing pavement on my own, 'cause you're here to stay every night and day. I'm delighted 'cause I got you.
I have always been afraid of changes, but you shown me life is full of faces. Sometimes clouds got in our favorite places, but we were young and unaware.
Oh, I got you, there's no reason to chasing payment on my own, 'cause you're here to stay every night and day. I'm delighted 'cause I got you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Thank you so much for watching, and also thank you so much to my sister-in-law for letting us furnish and decorate her house. I had an absolute blast, and not to mention, she fed us very well and helped us through all of this stuff. She was there in the background with us, so if you're wondering where she was during this, she was right there, and she made sure our bellies were full and that we were having a great time as well. And I'm so thankful to have family like that.
No, Mama, to me.
Is it good or what?
It's good.
Mama.
I hope you enjoyed coming along with us for the last couple weeks doing this project, and I will see you in the next one. We are going to have tons of thrift flips coming up soon, so stay tuned.